Kingal versus Cane Corso. With all of the giant dogs breeds out there, you may be wondering what the difference is between a Kingal and Cane Corso. What do these two dog breeds share with one another, and what differences drive them apart? Which one is the strongest? In this video, we will attempt to answer all of these questions and more. Before that, if you enjoy my content and would like to see more, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel to stay updated on all my latest videos. Key differences between Kingal versus Cane Corso. There are many key differences between Kingals and Cane Corso. The Kingal dog grows larger in both height and weight compared to the Cane Corso. Additionally, the Cane Corso has short, shiny fur, while the Kingal has thick and coarse fur. The Kingal originated long ago in Turkey, while the Cane Corso originated in Italy. Finally, the Kingal has a slightly longer lifespan than the Cane Corso. Let's take a look at all of these differences in more detail. Kingal versus Cane Corso. Size. One of the main things you will notice looking at a Kingal and a Cane Corso side by side is the fact that the Kingal is much larger than the Cane Corso. This is saying something, considering that they are both large to giant dogs. But just how much larger is the Kingal compared to the Cane Corso? Let's take a closer look. The Kingal measures 30 to 32 inches tall on average, while the Cane Corso only measures 23 to 28 inches tall. The Cane Corso weighs 80 to 110 pounds, depending on gender, while the Kingal weighs 90 to 145 pounds on average. This is a fairly large size difference, especially if you aren't expecting just how large the Kingal dog is. Kingal versus Cane Corso. Appearance. You can easily tell a Kingal apart from a Cane Corso using a variety of physical features. For example, the Cane Corso has short and glossy fur, while the coat of the Kingal is thick and coarse. Additionally, the Kingal typically has a fawn coat with a black muzzle, while the Cane Corso is found in a variety of colors, including black, fawn, gray, and red. The ears of the Kingal are floppy and large, while the ears of the Cane Corso are pointed and small. While both of these dogs are extremely muscular and well built, the head of the Cane Corso looks larger and more square compared to the head of the Kingal. Kingal versus Cane Corso. Ancestry and breeding. While both of these dogs were bred for their protective qualities and fighting abilities, there are some differences in the ancestry of the Kingal and the Cane Corso. For example, the Kingal was originally bred in 12th century Turkey, while the Cane Corso was originally bred in Italy. They were both used for protection but in slightly different ways. Let's talk more about this now. The Kingal is a millennia-old shepherd breed, also known as the Anatolian Shepherd or Anatolian Lion. Smarts, independence and an extremely strong bite are why it was bred to protect families, herds of livestock, and farmland from threats. These dogs excelled at guarding their families and homes against lions, jackals, cheetahs, wolves, and people. The Cane Corso was originally bred to fight for and protect soldiers in battle. Later on, people began using the breed more to help hunt wild boar and guard farms. It's very fortunate that Italian enthusiasts brought this majestic breed back from the brink of extinction during the early 20th century. Both of these breeds maintain their protective natures to this day and are prized for them. Let's talk about their behaviors in a bit more detail. Kingal versus Cane Corso. Behavior. Both the Kingal and the Cane Corso are powerful protectors and watchdogs. They are ideal for families with plenty of space to roam, as these big dogs need a decent amount of stimulation to feel satisfied. However, the Kingal is less likely to challenge the dominance of its owner compared to the Cane Corso. Both of these confident dogs need consistent training and assertiveness in order to find their place in their families. However, with adequate training, both the Cane Corso and the Kingal make fantastic family companions and watchdogs. Kingal versus Cane Corso. Lifespan. The final difference between the Kingal and the Cane Corso is their lifespans. Despite the Kingal being larger than the Cane Corso, their lifespan is slightly longer. Most large dogs live shorter lives than smaller dogs, but this doesn't appear to be the case with Kingals and Cane Corsos. For example, the Kingal lives an average of 10 to 13 years, while the Cane Corso lives 9 to 12 years. However, it always depends on the health and wellness of each individual dog. Make sure your Kingal or Cane Corso gets a well-balanced diet and plenty of exercise to keep healthy. Which one is the strongest? In terms of sheer physical strength, the Kingal is generally considered to be stronger than the Cane Corso. Kingals have been specifically bred to protect herds from predators, including wolves, which has developed their muscular power and ability to confront formidable opponents. Kingals are often larger and heavier than Cane Corsos, with a robust musculature and an imposing build. Their powerful jaws and formidable stature grant them significant strength. They are also known for their courage, endurance, and resilience, which can play a role in their ability to handle challenging situations. However, it is important to note that raw strength does not necessarily define a dog's overall superiority. A dog's capabilities and attributes encompass more than just physical strength and also include aspects such as intelligence, temperament, training, and socialization.